friends. Live at 5 is a little late tonight again. I tell you, I'm ready and then stuff happens. You know, being a mom and a grandma and all that stuff. I'll tell you more about that later. Let's go ahead and get started. So, my name is Cheryl Wright. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from northeastern Montana. And today we're going to do a class using the Little Dreamers bundle. It is so cute and it's going to be lots of fun. So I hope you can stick around and join me. I will do the fun fold card at the end. Otherwise I will have a couple other fun cards. I guess there's 2 fun fold cards. Yeah, 2 fun fold cards. Who knew? So the way I work this is if you order $40 or more, I'll send you card kits for the cards that I make. And if your order is $50, I will send you a tutorial bundle that has, I think, 47 tutorials in it this month. And if your order is $75 or more, I will also include an embellishment. So let's get stamping. Join that, put that here. If at any time you have any, want any more information, if you go to the Linktree link, which is right here, it's not linked, but that's just the address. It's, you can find out all the places to go, sign up for my newsletter, sign up for, find me on wherever you're not finding me now. So, I'm streaming this live on YouTube and on Facebook. So let's go ahead and get started. This is just my little promo folder. I put all the Stampin' Up! Things that are happening and anything I have going on at the time in here. And that way we can see what's happening. Right now there's a paper sale for the designer series paper. And it goes through the end of the month. And it is 15% off all these beautiful designer series paper. Absolutely gorgeous. We did a paper share with that. And all my paper shares are mailed and gone. So yay. I got the last ones out. Got the last ones out with the Little Dreamers class, and this is the class. So, starter kit, you can get the sale price on these items. You don't have to pay the full price, but you can get, and so you can get those in here. So you can get a pack of all the papers plus more stuff for only $99. Usually you get $125 worth of product, but this time you get $155 worth of product. And you can also order some of the new online exclusives. As demonstrators, we're allowed to order some of the new product before it is available to all of us on June 6th. Fun in the Sun is a new stamp, the new paper pumpkin kit, and it's going to be 9 cards and coordinating envelopes, and they're going to be they're fun fold cards, I think I saw. So we do have a new kit in the kit collection, and it is Boho Beach. So let's get stamping. Please be sure to say hello in the comments. Tell me where you're from, what you're up to. Besides watching this, if you're on the replay, go ahead and say hello also. I would love to hear from you. So we are using the Little Dreamers bundle, and it is on page, let's see here, Little Dreamers, page 57. There we go. So that's where you're going to find it when you fall in love with it. It is a bundle. It has dies. And we are using, or I am using, some of the Glorious Gingham paper. It's on page 130. So that's where you'll find most of the supplies that I'm using tonight. I am also using a couple stamps from the and dies from the Hey Chuck set, which is one that I did a class from a while back. Anyway, let's get stamping. So the first one I'm going to do is, actually it's a fun fold. So I will try very hard to stay in my boundaries. And I have a lot of the stuff prepped tonight because I was cutting and prepping for a class. So you just get the class live on a video. So I have my piles. So we're going to start with a piece of 8.5 by 5.5. Yeah, 8.5 by 5.5. I scored it at 4 1/4. And then I scored it again at 2 1/8. All right. So I need to find where my boundary is. Yeah. I got to keep it up with the host code. Speaking of which, that's the current host code. All right. So this is how we're going to start. Then I have a piece of, this is where I'm using the gingham. And you can get 1.5 cards from the gingham. So this is one side and this is the other. I'm going to go ahead and glue this here. So are you green glue team or some like seal? Which one do you prefer? The liquid glue or the tape runner? Any preference? So I'm just putting this down here. There we go. So that's where that one's going to go. This one, we're going to add in, actually we can add it now also. This is going to go on basically the inside of the card. To answer, hi Deb, catch me anytime. I am always available on Facebook or YouTube. So, I'm usually tape runner, but sometimes the green glue is just easier. So anyway, so that's what you have so far for your card. Now I'm going to do some stamping. I have a frog in my throat, but I remember to fill up my water. Yay. So I usually do these on Thursdays, if at all possible. Yesterday, I ended up in the ER with my son, so it was not possible. And today, I'm late because the same son needed me. Well, are you doing anything, Mom? I said, well, I'm going live in 10 minutes. Oh, could you rewrap my arm like the doctor showed you? So, see, I told you, it's being a mom and a grandma that just kind of messes your schedule up sometimes. Wouldn't change it for the world, but they still kind of mess with you. All right, I am going to go ahead and use the little elephant. He is so cute. Kind of has a little Dumbo vibe. Maybe the ears need to be a little bigger, but I always liked Dumbo. I do. Because there's no past tense. So I'm going to add him here, about there. And I forgot to get my markers out for this one, but they are close. I'm using blends. You, of course, can use whatever color medium you prefer. I am a blends girl. So we're just going to plunk him down. I didn't even test him. I hope he did well. Oh, he did great. Sometimes I like to just test to make sure everything's working, and I got lucky and it was. So yay. So I wasn't counting this one as a fun fold, but it's kind of a fun fold. I'm going to use Congratulations Little One. I'm doing more of my stamping for this card. I'm not going to have all of it done, but I'm going to have quite a bit of it done. All right. Line it up. That's fine. All right. I'm kind of picky sometimes. So anyway, then we're going to go ahead and I need my grays, my markers. All right. Sorry about that. Gray granite and smoky slate. I think we might go with gray granite. Let me find a scrap paper. This was from the Gone Fishing video. Can you tell? Actually, it was from the classes I made afterwards. So is this the color I want my elephant? Oh, I think that will be a fine color for an elephant. Got to test it on the cardstock that you're using. So dark gray granite, light gray granite. I could also pull in Pebbled Path, which is the new one. And I could have made him and had him all cut out. But he is actually on the paper. So I am just going to give it a little bit of an outline. I would love to have you on my team. I would love to have you join Stampin' Up! With us. You don't have to be local to me. You could be anywhere in the United States. And you can hang out with us. I am a part of a larger group. I don't have an upline per se, but I am a part of a larger group anyway. And you get access to them and all their fun stuff. We do swaps and challenges and have, I think, and I'm a little biased, the most fun group of people to hang around. So I'm just coloring this, doing some shading here and there. I kind of gave it a little bit of a base so I could blend into it. And there's so many different ways to color your elephant. So color your elephant. That's what we're doing. Oh, my son just took me by surprise. I figured he wouldn't need me until after I was done with my video, and I was ready, but I didn't have my mat ready. Silly fella. All right. Oh, he's so cute. All right, he's almost done. Or I want that darker to color in a little bit more. Need to go over it a little bit more. I am a big fan of the brush tip end. And I don't use the other end very often. Occasionally I do. Especially if I'm using the ones I let my daughter use to color pipe cleaners. All right. Get up along the edge there. And he is colored. Now, I usually do a color, and my blends I've used so much lately are all over the place. So I usually use Flirty Flamingo, but I have this skin tone one out, and it is Skin Tone 1000. So I'm just going to give it a little color in his ears. Nothing really dramatic or striking. And then I'm going to go back in with the light and just blend it around a little. So it doesn't look like stripes in his ears, although with his veins. All right. So the next I'm going to do is I need my little stars. And we're going to do a few stars here and a few stars here. And we need an odd number, so we'll do a star there. Just give them some stars. And we're going to add, because stars are usually, we'll add some lemon lolly. I do like this new color. I didn't use the So Saffron very much. So lemon lolly I'm actually using quite a bit, and you'll see that in the next card. So I have 3 cards. If you'd like a card kit, which is all the supplies you need to make a card. I can't do any of the stamping for you. You're on your own for that. And but I will send you everything else you need with an order of $40. And if your order is $50, I am a part of a tutorial group, and I will send you a tutorial bundle that has, this month, it varies month to month, and in June it has 47 tutorials. So that's kind of cool. And all right, I also have some bling. This card I watched Rhonda Wade make, and that's where I kind of got my inspiration for this card from her. It's not exactly like hers because it's just not. I don't know, maybe I'm going to move that one. I don't know if he needs one right above his head. Maybe he does. He, she. I tried to pick not girl colors and not boy colors, so you could use with whatever gender if you made this cute little card. And this is perfect for little ones. So this card, this part is going to go on here like this and kind of center it. I am going to use some tear and tape. If you know me, I love my tear and tape. So we're going to get it on here and get it all ready to go. It's just fast and quick and easy. So actually, if I had to pick between tear and tape and other glues, I probably would pick the tear and tape. Quick, easy, no mess. Just peel it off and you're off to the races. So this is going to go on here, kind of centered. Not kind of centered. Center it, Cheryl. And oh, this is, I ran this through and it is with the Stitched with Whimsy dies. So they look like this. So I ran this through, and I will do that to your, in your card kits also. I will have that all done. So you'll have, and then this piece of cardstock, this is, I think, I want to say 2.5 by 3.5. Nope. 3.25 by 4.25. Hey, I knew they kind of went together. So this one, congratulations on your new little one. And we're just going to put some stars on this one. Maybe here and here. That's not a very bright star. That's kind of a dim one. Hi, Mary. Thank you. Yeah, we're kind of doing more baby cards. That's what the Little Dreamers just lends itself to, in my opinion. So this star is a little dull on the black, but we're just going to live with it. But one thing we do need to have is a little Winkostella, because you can't have sparkly stars without Winkostella. So glad Stampin' Up! Finally got them back in stock. This is my, I think, almost dead one. I have a really dead one, and then I have a new one. So I'm trying to use it up. But I only had the two almost, I had the dead one and the not almost dead one. Those are the ones I had left. So might have got carried away with the stars over here, but it's okay. Stars is the theme too, babies and stars. And I guess Little Dreamers, there should be stars involved, right? I'm trying really hard to stay in the camera. Really, really hard. So just know that if I get off camera that it's not on purpose. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Make sure that it doesn't show. So I think I'm just going to use tear and tape again. Not that this needs to be strong, but I've just been lucky with it today, so we're going to run with it. And the next card, I probably won't use any tear and tape because, you know, I will have used up my quota for the day. Not really. There is no quota. So, all right. I'm going to put this on here. Get it lined up. Those stripes help. And there you have. There's card number 1. And you could use it with any of the colors or any of the DSP, really. Just a cute little fun card. So the next one I am using, oh, I should have written down what I'm using for that next one. Oh, look at that. It's right here. I'm adding the dots and spots die to this one. So we're going to start with, I have my pile over here on this one because this one I've got quite a bit of stuff done for some of these. So this is 4 1/4 by 11. Folded and scored at 5.5 and folded. So the next one, the next layer of this is Starry Skies. So this is a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. And in order to get the right size, because I didn't want any weird holes on the sides, so I want it to be about 4 by 5 1/4. So I just ran it so that you could see. So you can't see the rail there. And trimmed off a piece. And just so you can't see the groove, the rail, I called it the groove. And if you do this on all 4 sides, that's a piece we could use for something maybe. It kind of just, it works out just right. So I'm going to start down here, put it so I can see the tray. Just a tip on how to use this die if you want it as a mat. And then this one I might not have to do anything with. Okay, that's lined up. So there we have it. I was hoping this would kind of look like stars in the sky, but you can tell me what you think. So there we have this. And I'm just going to go ahead and use some of the glue. And I wasn't supposed to run in the holes. Maybe I should use tear and tape on this. So you can kind of go between the lines if your hand isn't crazy. I have a hand injury, so that I'm going to blame it on that. I decided to leave part of my finger in the bowl of potatoes last week. So I'm recovering very well. Feels kind of tight and weird though tonight. I'm chalking it up to healing. All right, so this layer goes on here. Nothing fancy. Oh boy, I am getting glue everywhere. That's why I don't like the runny glue. Hello, Facebook user. I will see who you are on the other side in Facebook later, but I'm not going to see who you are right this second. Okay, I am pulling in another die, and I use it all the time. Those of you who watch me every week or more know that this is one of my favorites. So it is the clouds from the basic border dies. So I'm using lots of dies today. And these, if you get the card kits, these pieces will all be cut for you. So yay. So I'm using this. It's that runny glue I've got on my fingers. I'm going to move this card so I can find it later. It's looking like it wants to be lost. And I'm looking for my sayings. A star is born. So there you have it. And I'm looking for like a good hump to put this on. So I think I'm going to put it over here. Where's my memento? It's right over here. I never put things in the same place twice. I try really hard, but when I get talking and crafting and I just set things there around, and yeah. Do you ever do that? Are you a neat crafter or a messy crafter? All right, a star is born. Please work, because I don't have a lot of extra clouds done right now. So we're going to go right about, should look on camera. Sometimes it's straighter on camera than it is in my, and this one's kind of weird because the font kind of goes, my B is okay. It's okay. I'm going to go with it. So I'm going to pop this up with some dimensionals. And like I said, if you fall in love with any of this stuff, there's the host code, stampinup.com, and there's my host code for the week, for the month, until I get enough orders to. And yeah, you can earn the card kits. So now I'm trying to find dimensionals that aren't all. It's all right. I don't mind using up a sheet. Yay. I like using up sheets. I always feel so productive when I use up a sheet. All right. This one is this one going to be too big? It is going to be too big. So I am going to, I knew it might be. So I'm just going to mark it with a pencil right here. Get it lined up. In there. Okay. Where's my trimmer? Before I get too carried away with dimensionals, I want to trim this off. Okay. Back to dimensionals. So this card was not inspired by anybody. This is all me. All mine. Sometimes I just need one or two to help me get going, and then I'm off to the races. Look at that. I always am so happy when I use up a sheet. I feel like I'm really being productive if I can use a whole sheet of dimensionals. So, take off these pieces. Okay. In your card kits, this will be cut. This will be cut. And I have some glue down here, but that's okay because we're going to put this down here also. So there we go. We have a star is born. Now we are going to use the lion. And the lion is so blasted cute. Okay, I need to find a piece of paper. Actually, I'm going to cheat. I have a lion ready to go. So there's my lion. Now, when I colored him, this is just quicker this way, right? So when I colored him, I used dark pecan pie and light. Nope, not that one. Dark pecan pie and light pecan pie for his mane. I used lemon lolly and Linktree.ee on the star. And then I used Daffodil Delight and light and dark. And then I used the light wild wheat also. and I did some shading under like his mane and just some of the darker parts I wanted. This is just like all light Daffodil Delight with a little dark Daffodil Delight, and this is all dark Daffodil Delight with a little bit of wild weed in it. So that is my lion. I also stamped those stars on Lemon Lolly that we saw in the last card, and I cut those out. And then there's another, where's the, oh, right here. There's this like little starburst. I did that also, but I cut it out. I didn't want the trail, the star trail. I just wanted that size star. So that's what I have. And then the dies. Where are my dies? I just had them. The dies, anyway, have a, oh, Phil, of course it's right there. The dies have some really cute clouds that we're going to see in our third card. And it also has a moon. It does have some stars punched out. You can do that. I was going to use it, and then I decided to go this way instead. I don't know. I was hoping it looked like a star full of sky. A sky full of stars. Forgive my tongue. It gets twisted sometimes. So we're going to put him on here, and we'll use some dimensionals. All I have is minis, and that's all right. I'm just going to use some minis on this one, on this guy. Girl. I thought the starry sky, that's what color this is. I thought that was appropriate to use for a starry sky. I thought it was a big hint from Stampin' Up to use it for a starry sky. And tomorrow, my husband and I are going out for our anniversary. I don't know where we're going yet, but anybody have any big plans? So there's that little guy. And then we're going to hang the moon. Did you know you can hang the moon? Anybody can hang a moon if they're crafting. Like I said, I was just hoping that these could look like holes, or not holes, stars in the sky. So here's the one that I cut the trail off of. Like I said, I just wanted some different shapes, different stars. And they've already been Winkastelled. Thank you. Thank you for my anniversary wishes. And I'm not going to use, I'm going to use glue dots on these because they're little. And my glue dots are stuck to my adhesive container. Some days are just like that. Where's my take your pick tool? I was crafting into the wee hours, and so then some of my stuff didn't get put away. Oh, it was put away. Now, I have the new tip that I absolutely adore. This is one of the new ones. It's the Crafter Tools. It's got a couple different other options, but it's got a finer point that's like our old one. Where's my old one? Like the old paper piercing tool. It's got the same. Oh, so I am so happy. I am in love with this add-on. It's in the new catalog. It's awesome. I am so happy. It's also got a perforator and a different tip. I don't know if I'll ever use those because I'm so thrilled with this tip. I might have to get more bases to use the other tips because this one is going to be permanently on this take your pick tool. That's how much I love this tip. All right, one more. Okay, where does it go? Maybe over here. So A Star is Born. And you know what? I'm going to leave the inside of this one blank because this could be a baby card, but it could also be a congratulations on, like if you're in a theater play or something and you go to them and you're congratulating a little person or whatever on their ballet and a star is born. That means they did awesome in their show. So we could do that. Hello, Kimberly. Another name I recognize. Cool. And Honeybee Stamp. Thank you. Late hello from Florida, I guess. It's not quite late here. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. So that's card number 2. If you're just joining us, this is card number 1. And we're using the Little Dreamer set. So there's card number 1 and card number 2. And card number 3 is my favorite. Actually, they're all my favorite, but this is one I used for a swap. And I couldn't not include it in this class. So let me get some things cleared off. Kimberly, you might recognize this pattern. So I started off with an 11 by 4 1/4, and I'm using that Azure Afternoon. I scored it at half, 1, 1 1/2, and oh, they're right up here. 6 1/4. Then I decided where I wanted my circle. Okay, and you'll see how this all plays in a minute. So I wanted to see where I wanted my circle. I cut the circle out with the Stylish Shape dies. Then I have a piece of designer series paper that I wanted the circle to fit over. So, all right. So once I had figured out where I wanted my circle, I traced it on this paper, and then I did this larger die on this one. And I wanted to make sure I had that all done so you guys didn't have to watch that. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. Oh, and this paper, as you can see, is the daisy paper. I've used this pattern a lot because this was the pattern I used for my cute little monkey card last week. Did you see my cute little monkey card from last week? Isn't he cute? This is the triple floating diamond card. But I used this designer series paper. So I think Fresh as a Daisy might be my favorite paper. And honestly, I didn't think it was going to be. So I'm going to add this here. So if you get the kits, this will all be folded a little bit because I put them in an envelope when you get your kits from me. So this one I used, like I said, this is the one I used. I used the rooster. And what else did I use? Oh, I used the Gone Fishing on this one too. Gone Fishing, which was a class from a couple weeks ago. I just wanted to use this. So if you had any kind of background stamp, I just wanted to add that. So I'm going to add that to the bottom. This is actually the bottom. I've got this sideways right now. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. And there we go. All right. So there, our front is built. And this is where we're going to fold it under. And I'm going to burnish that while I have it. While I have the chance. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, I used like I said, I have a lot of my pieces done. So I was getting ready for a class. So we're going to use the fence from the Hey Chuck dies and stamp set. We're going to add that right here. Did I put these on? No, I put it on with glue. So there's a fence. Now, if you've noticed, we have used the elephant and the lion. Sadly, we're not going to use the little chipmunk. I could put him on the inside of a card for catching stars, I guess. But this little guy right here is the reason I fell in love with this stamp set. I live on a farm. Hi, Deb. I live on a farm, and we raise Red Angus and Hereford Cross kind of. So we have so many little calves that have the little white faces, and oh, they're so cute. So that was one of the reasons why I bought this stamp set. A big reason. So I have one that's already colored. And there he is. Just stamp, and then I colored him with the, somebody asked me to make sure I tell my colors. This is the perfect color for it. Oh, I'll show you in a second. It is the new copper clay. So this is colored in the light and dark copper clay. It's got some crumb cake on its hooves, light and dark, and a little, I don't know if that, I think it's a little of the 100 or the 1000, just to add a little in his, for his little snout, his little, his nose and his ears. So there is the little calf, and he is going to go right here laying in the grass. So I'm going to grab some more dimensionals, and actually I'm just going to take a chunk. I should have a pair of snips laying around. Those were my ribbon snips. So I'm just going to whack that. And put this on him and lay him in the grass. So it looks like he's out in a nice meadow with the sunshine. Oh, wait, we don't have any sunshine yet. So that was the other piece I took from the Hey Chuck dies, was the sun. Before we get too carried away, we need to do our stamping. This is kind of the nerve-wracking part because it's already kind of, you know, here. I made 15 of these cards already, but I did use the Stamparatus. So I'm hoping this works because I'm not using the Stamparatus this time. But anyway, where is my, I'm going to do a test just to make sure that everything, there's no weird hairs in there or anything. Okay, so it looks like it's a go. Ink it up well, and then it's going inside the hole. So forgive me if my head gets in the road. Little baby, big love. Another baby card, I know. And it worked. And it looks like it's relatively straight. You gotta love that when it happens. So then we're going to take this, we're going to sneak it under here, and we're going to find out where it could go, because this is going to be inside. So if you have, we're going to put the middle one kind of near the L. And I don't know that did I use dimensionals on that? I did. So I had a little shadow behind it. So we're just going to whack a chunk off this again. And I was a good kid, and I put my scissors away, actually. So that was good. All right. Like I said, this is one of my favorite cards. This card, I got the pattern from my friend and Kimberly's friend, Heidi. Heidi and I and some of our other Stampin' friends do Stampin' cross country several times a year. It's a retreat, and the next one is September 30th. So mark your calendars if you want to come hang out and stamp with my friend Heidi and myself and 2 of our other friends. Or 3 of our other friends. We might have 3 this time. All right, so there's that. And then I told you we had some clouds with those dies. So there's a big cloud, and I'm going to use my tear and tape. Just because this way I can put it on here just where I want it. I wanted it at an angle there. Isn't the calf just adorable? Oh, yeah. I had fun. I even took a video of me coloring him, so you'll probably see that later in the week. I do 1 class a week for everybody on YouTube and on Facebook. And then I do other stuff with my group, but if you are interested in these card kits, you need to make your purchase by, I don't even know what day it is. It's the 16th. So by the 22nd, let's say. My next class should be on the 22nd. Ooh. That cloud has some issues. I use I use Post-it note tape to run it through my die cut machine sometime, and it looks like that one got to pick up some some gross stuff, but it's all cleaned off now. So there's my 2 clouds. And before I go any further, oh, I should have done this before. This card doesn't have an inside that people are going to see, so we're going to stamp here. And I used the congratulations on your little one. So at least if I mess it up on the back, I can just put another piece of cardstock back here, right? All right. So a couple extra smooshes just for good measure. So when you get your card kits for this one, do this part before you add the sun and the cloud on the inside. It's kind of sort of okay. There we go. All right. This card is almost done too. So I told you score at half, 1 and 1.5, and then 6 1/4 here. And so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to accordion fold this. And I just messed with the sun. How dare I mess with the sun? Hopefully I didn't mess it up too badly. Oh, mine was a little raised. Okay, so I accordion folded that down here at the bottom. Okay, so there you can see it. All right, now I am using tear and tape because I need something sticky, super sticky. So I would advise using either tear and tape or Stampin' Seal Plus. But you know, I'm a tear and tape girl. All right, so I put that on this flap. It's all accordioned up. Now I'm going to peel this off. And close it up. So it will sit open. And it's a little shadow box card. Isn't that just, I fell in love with this one. So I had to do it. So there are my 3 cards for the evening. Wow, I should be more prepared more often because we're not even at an hour. I'll try. If you want to order, the link is, I think I got the link ready. It is. There is the link. You will see the link in on YouTube or in my Facebook, on my Facebook page. You will not see it in my Facebook group because Facebook doesn't allow sharing of links into groups from StreamYard, and that's what I use. So You're very welcome to order from me, or you could get all these supplies in your starter kit and become a Stampin' Up friend, a demonstrator friend. So there you have it. Those are my 3 cards for this evening, and they're all using the Little Dreamer bundle and a few extra little pieces and parts. So, I don't know what else I was going to tell you. If you have any questions about any of the things I've used or questions for me, all my contact stuff is right. You can find me at Linktree. CherylWright. My email is craftingwithme@gmail.com. So get in touch. Say hello. Buy the paper, get the paper sale, and go buy a bunch of this stuff on your starter kit. That would be awesome. Anyway, have a great night. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for crafting with me. Thanks, Kimberly. I'm glad you found it. Bye.